Here's some techniques that are called for in card making, just to give you a visual of them. Now, when you're told to ink something, here's what that means. You'll start with an ink pad, and you do want to lift off that cover. You want to keep that because it will keep the ink pad from drying out. Very often, you'll be directed to ink the edges of your card, and this is what it means. Now, I'm holding my card up off the table, and I'm placing my ink pad just at an angle to it, and then I'm just going to rub it right along the edge like so. That's all there is to it. I'm going to rub it on all four sides like this. Probably the hardest thing about this is that you want to make sure that you're not going to wipe your nose while you've got an ink pad in your hand and then end up with an inky nose all day long. So you can see that it just added a touch of color. Let me slip a white piece of paper under here so that maybe you can see it even more directly. So just a little bit of black. Now, if you're ever directed to ink it heavily, then what you'll do is simply take your ink pad. Now, we started with it like this, just directly in line, and then you can just turn it a little bit more so that when I ink it, a little bit more of the ink pad is going to go onto the card. Okay, you can see that, where as I'm holding it like this, more of that is going onto the front of the card. Now, that's a distressed look, and it certainly is very effective. You may not want to do it every time, but it does add kind of a mat around your cards. Now, every now and again, you'll be directed to ink something that maybe has an uneven edge. Oh, maybe like a flower, like this one. Now, when you're directed to do that, you'll want to take a Q-tip or a cotton bud, if you live outside the U.S., and just rub that onto your ink pad and just rub that against the petal or the uneven edge, and that will work beautifully. Okay, so that's inking. Now let's go into chalking.